Hello everyone, good morning. Well, for me it's morning. It is 8:59 in the morning actually right now. Normally at this time I'm still sleeping. Chris woke up early to go fishing this morning. The baby's still sleeping and I was up, so I was like, you know what, today's the motherfucking day. Today is the motherfucking day. This is the first video that I'm filming since I had the baby, so this is very exciting for me, but I'm so happy and so excited to be sitting here and filming for you guys. So I'm not going to talk about baby stuff too much in this video. I'll make another video all about that, and I'll have like some mommy videos and stuff that I'll do. But for this video, let's just stick to how this channel started. Let's just stick to makeup. I'm obviously having my morning coffee. Can you tell how badly I need it? For today's video, we're going to be doing a Valentine's Day look because Valentine's Day is right around the corner, and I love Valentine's Day looks. I think they're so fun, they're so festive. Valentine's Day is one of my favorite holidays. I feel like I always use it as an excuse. I'm like, oh my god, I don't have any new makeup. I'm so uninspired right now. Like, I don't know, I don't know why I always feel like I need new makeup in order to feel inspired, when that is like not the case at all. I started going through a bunch of my makeup and I was like, oh my god, there's so much good stuff here that I love so much that I haven't used in forever. So I'm gonna be pulling back some of those oldies, lots of stuff from BoxyCharm. I know a lot of BoxyCharmers like to watch my videos, so I'll be using a lot of those products that I know you guys have. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so excuse the ratchet mirror that I'm using. I don't know, I used to use this mirror to travel because it has like a little light up thing on it. And one time when I traveled, the batteries fell out and the back fell out, and I just like never found it again. But it's still a good mirror and it still works and it's like a good size, so excuse the ratchet mirror. I feel like that's a little better. You guys can see a little bit more of what's going on here. So I'm gonna start by priming my eyes. Nothing has changed with that situation. What I'm gonna do is use a little bit of Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, which I have used since I started my channel. It's my favorite way to prime my eyes. Don't fix what ain't broke. It works great, so I keep doing it. And then I'm gonna set it down with a little bit of the Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade 10. So I'm not gonna go too into technique in this video. I'm just gonna keep it more about the look and the inspiration and the colors and all that jazz. You guys know what I'm saying. So I'm just gonna grab like a random bone shade of eyeshadow and I'm just going to highlight my brow bone. As always, just stamp it on and then drag it down. I feel like whenever I skip this step, my makeup just doesn't look as good. Like, I just don't look as done up. This is like a really good, quick, easy way to make it look like you like put a lot of effort and really tried. That's it. You can already see. Don't my eyes already look more like... So for eyeshadows, I'm going to be using a combination of my two favorite palettes lately when I do my makeup. These are the two palettes that I'm always reaching for the last, like, I don't know, since the baby was born. I've been using this Morphe palette that is destroyed. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't know how people keep their makeup like so nice and pretty. My palettes get destroyed and covered in makeup, and like, I don't know how people keep their makeup so nice. My makeup is always destroyed. This is the Morphe 18T palette. It is a nude neutral freaking dream. Like, I recommend that everybody gets this palette for themselves. I think it was like 20 bucks or something like that, or even less, like $18. But it's just like the perfect combination of neutrals. It has cool neutrals, it has warm neutrals. It's like I can't go anywhere without this palette. I always have to have this palette, and then I'll take one or two other like statement palettes that have like, you know, maybe like some colors and stuff in them or some like super intense shimmers. But this needs to be with me at all times. I have two of these actually. I have one for myself and one for work. Best thing ever. But I hate how Morphe does that. They put a little paper that has the names on the paper, but I always lose those papers. Like, I don't know the names now. I'm gonna go on with this shade right here. Let me get the mirror out. This shade right here, which you can tell is extremely well loved. This is my favorite shade in the entire palette. I pretty much always start my makeup with this shade. It's like the perfect kind of like sandy neutral. Excuse my dogs. I don't know what they're growling at. Hey guys, enough. And I'm just gonna put that into my crease as so. So I'm just dragging it through my crease and blending it into my eyebrow here on the inner corner, and kind of like even into my nose a little bit, so it all kind of blends together. This color is really neutral, so you can totally use it to contour a little bit there in this little area next to your nose. I am not filming my makeup room today. I'm actually filming in my dining room. We're going through a serious transition in my house right now. So basically, my makeup room is no longer a makeup room. It is now a home office that me and Chris share. So we have his and her desks in there. When the baby was born, Chris started working from home, which has been such a blessing, and it's been so nice because he works so hard and he works so much, and he was staying at the office till like 10 o'clock at night every day. And he's like, no, like I'm not spending any time with you and the baby. Forget it. I'm gonna start working from home. And it's just been easier for him. If I ever need to run out for a second or do something, he's here. Like I'm not like stuck here 24/7, you know what I mean? We have the desk situation really organized, but we have a bunch of stuff in that room that like we don't know what to do with right now. So there's like a whole part of the room that's just like random shit that I need to go through and organize. That's like the next thing I need to attack in my house after I take down my Christmas decorations, because today is January 31st and I still have my Christmas decorations up. So okay, wait, let's move on and then I'll continue talking, because if not, I'm just gonna sit here and talk to you guys for 500 hours. So to add a smidge more of definition, but still kind of like, I wanna go more into like the pinky families, I'm gonna go into this shade right here from the palette, which is kind of like a soft pink, and we'll add like some more pinks now after. So I'm actually putting this on the outer edges and then blending it into my crease. So I'm going to be filming a lot more in different areas around my house, but I do want to try to keep my makeup tutorials in the room, my makeup room, what used to be a makeup room, because I like how the columns look behind me. I like how it's like a clean wall with 2 columns behind me. I just like the aesthetic of it. I think it looks nice. I think it looks clean. So I want to continue to film my makeup tutorials in there, but other videos, like more of my mom videos and more talking videos and maybe like hauls and stuff like that, will be filmed in other places around my house. So now that we've got like a nice base set down here, we've got like a little smoke happening, so a little bit of pinkiness to it, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into this palette. This is the ColourPop Sweet Talk palette, and you know, you guys know, like, I mean, everyone knows, if you're watching like a video, you know ColourPop is the shit. They're like such affordable eyeshadows. The quality is amazing. Like I just love ColourPop shadows. They're always so on trend. I actually want to order a couple new palettes. Do I need them? No. Am I going to order them? Yeah, because I'm irresponsible and, you know, whatever. I love how it's like a nice pinky peachy family. So I'm going to play with some of these colors. I'm actually going to pick up one of my favorite brushes. This is the little brush that comes with the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow palettes, and it's like the best brush ever. It's like the perfect little to get into like little areas. I love it. I'm going to go into the shade ICYMI. I don't know what that means, but you know, whatever. And I'm just gonna lay that down on top of the color that I just put. Ooh. And look at how much more pinky that made that. Wow, this color's really pretty. Okay, so I'm liking the vibe of this. I'm liking where this is going. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna cut my crease. I don't really do cut creases very often. What I do like to do is I like to use just like a lighter shade, and I kind of make it look like a cut crease, but I don't actually use the concealer, so it's a little bit softer. So in the same palette, I'm gonna go into the shade Catch Me right here, which is this really pretty soft baby pink color. And I'm just going to pat this on. Okay, so my camera died on me, so while it was charging, I went ahead and finished up this eye because I wasn't really sure what I was gonna do anyway. So I finished up this eye, and I'm really happy with how it came out. So now let's finish up this side. So what I was doing when the camera died was I was using this shade from the palette Catch Me, and I was just patting that onto my lid. What I was saying was that I don't really love doing a cut crease because I feel like cut creases sometimes, even though they look really good in pictures, in person they can be like a little harsh. I feel like Valentine's Day is such a romantic holiday. You want to look like nice and put together, but at the same time you want to look like soft, somewhat effortless, you know. You're wearing like a full ass coverage foundation, but you still look natural. That's what we're going for. So we're just gonna skip on the cut crease, and I just like to use a matte shade and pack it on and just make a kind of like a defined line with it. And as you can see, it does still add definition to the eye, but without being so harsh. It's a little softer. So now that I've got that nice and set down, I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit of a smoky liner. I have been really into smoky liners lately. I just feel like they look like so nice. They give your eyes so much definition, but like I said, like they're soft. They're not as harsh as like a gel liner that's like, you know, really intense. Even though I love a good gel liner, I don't know. I prefer the soft look most of the time. So I'm gonna use this brush that is super old, but that I love and is a staple and I can never get rid of. I don't even know where this is from, but it's like falling apart. It's basically like really short and fat and kind of like flat. And I'm gonna go back into this Morphe palette, and I'm gonna go into this bottom left shade, this really nice chocolatey brown down here. And I'm basically just gonna line my eye from the inner corner all the way to the outer corner. Okay, so as you can see, I did my line. It's just a straight across line. It's not super thick. And now using whatever's left over on the brush, I'm gonna go ahead and wing it out. And if you mess up the bottom part of your wing, it's not that big of a deal because you can always clean it up with a makeup wipe since we haven't done our face makeup yet. What you don't want to mess up is the top part. You want to make sure that piece is like really straight. And I feel like this is so much easier to do. It's so much easier to do a nice winged liner with a brush and eyeshadow than it is with a gel liner. I feel like the gel liner, it's like so much pressure. It's really intense sometimes. So now I'm gonna take a little bit of a fluffier brush with a little bit of that same brown shadow, and I'm just gonna go right along the edges using very light pressure to kind of make it like a little smokier, not as defined, soften it up. And the trick with this is to use a very small amount of shadows. If you go in with too much shadow, you're just gonna have a splotch. Just to make the eyeliner pop a little bit more and so the lashes blend in really well, I'm gonna take on that first brush that we used a tiny little bit of black eyeshadow, and I'm just gonna press that in as close to my lash line as possible. So now I'm gonna take a makeup wipe and I'm just gonna clean up and perfect this little wing over here on the outer edge. Even though I did this side, oh, you guys should have seen this side when I did it off camera. This side looks like really good. I was ready to be on camera when I did this one. So now that we've got this liner on, I'm gonna go ahead and pop on my eyelash, and you guys are gonna be so proud of me. I'm actually not using Kiss number 11s today. I actually went to CVS to grab some Kiss number 11s and they were out. So I got these instead, and these are the Kiss Soiree lashes. The band is a little bit thicker than the Kiss number 11, so they're not as easy to get on, and honestly, like, they're not as comfortable. If you get them on good, they are comfortable, but you have to like really work them. Like, I feel like with Kiss number 11s, it's like no matter how you put them on, they feel comfortable because the band is so thin. You got to work with these. You got to give these a little TLC when you're putting them on. But they're nice because, as you can see, they're short, but they're fluffy. So they add this really, really, really nice, like, done up look without being too intense. Like, I don't like when lashes are long and thick. It's just like, it makes my eyes look really heavy. And I already have small eyes as it is, so that doesn't work for me. I'm just gonna pop these on. What I like to do is I like to place them right in the center. I put on the other one so easy, now this one wants to play me. I like to pop them right in the center like that. And then I stretch my eye like this. And I get them into my lash line as good as I can, like up against my lashes. Like, you know how your eyelid kind of like curls under and then your lashes grow out? Inside of that curl under of your skin is really where you want to press these lashes into. Perfect. But you see what I'm saying? How beautiful these lashes look? Like, they don't look like too much, but they look so good. I love these lashes so much. Such great lashes. I'm so excited that I finally found another lash from the drugstore that I like, because the Kiss number 11s, it was getting really old. Even I was tired of them. So for the inner corner highlight, I ended up going with this highlight from Ofra, which I believe it's the shade Beverly Hills, that it has like 5 different colors in it. And I went into this really cute little pink shade right here, and I just popped this right into the inner corner, and then I put some on my brow bone right here to give it that really nice little look. Let's go ahead and do our face makeup. The first thing I've been doing when I prep my skin is using this, I don't know if it's a moisturizer, exactly what it is. This actually came in BoxyCharm and I love it. It says it's a rebalancing, moisturizing face ampoule. What is an ampoule? I'm not sure, but it's just like kind of like it feels like a moisturizer, but it's kind of lightweight. It just does a really good job of hydrating the skin, but without being too thick and being too like gunky. It just gives my face like a really nice boost of hydration for right before I put on my makeup. The primer that I normally use, which is, I actually have some right here, my NYX Hydra Touch primer. I had run out of it. So I was looking through my drawer, I'm like, I have so many damn primers. Is there something else that I can use here? This was a couple weeks, this was like maybe a month ago. And I ended up mixing these two together, and oh my God, this is all I've been using to prime my face lately. I love it. I have been using the Touch and Soul No Pore Blem primer. This came in a BoxyCharm. So I've been using about 1 pump of this. And what's really nice about this is that it's a pore minimizing primer, but it's still hydrating. It's kind of like almost like a gel kind of type consistency. It's not like drying, it's not thick, it's not gunky. It's amazing. So I've been using that and mixing it with the Cover FX Illuminating Primer. I like that it makes my skin look really smooth, but it still makes it look glowy because I mixed in the illuminating primer. I don't know, I've just really been liking that combo. It's just really good. So now for foundation, I'm going to be using one of my favorites. This is one of my favorite foundations for quite some time. I have quite a few foundations that I really love, but when I'm going for like a really done up look, but I still want to be like comfortable, I go with my Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion foundation. This foundation is a little dark for me right now because this is kind of like my summer shade. You can see it's more for like when I'm tan, but it's fine, we'll make it work. I feel like it just cleans up my skin so well. It gives so much coverage, but it's super duper duper lightweight. I freaking love it. It's amazing. Now for concealer. I used to use this concealer all the time back in the day, and actually this exact combination was my obsession for a few months. The concealer is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Concealer. I use it in the shade C7. So this claims to be a full coverage concealer. I personally would not consider this full coverage. I don't really like full coverage concealers. Even when I use like Tarte Shape Tape, which I love that concealer, I always mix it with something else. But this one is like great coverage, but it's lightweight. It's not crazy full coverage. So I use it all on its own, and you can see like I use a pretty decent amount of this, and I don't think that it's like too much. I don't know. I feel like it's more of a medium coverage, honestly. A lot of people say this concealer is a dupe for Tarte Shape Tape, and I don't think it is at all. I think it's an amazing concealer, and I love it. But I do think that Tarte Shape Tape has a lot more coverage than this does. So now to contour, I'm still using my Maybelline Superstay foundation stick in this shade. What shade is this? In the shade 360 Mocha. And I'm just going to grab this little Real Techniques brush that I love so much. And lately I haven't been drawing the lines on my face because I feel like too much comes off. I've actually been just kind of like dipping the brush into the product and then applying, because I feel like I have more control and I put less product at a time, and it just looks better and cleaner. So I went ahead and very quickly did my eyebrows off camera, and I actually missed a little spot right here. I'm gonna go ahead and bake underneath of my contour, and I'm just gonna use a little bit of the Maybelline powder. So I'm gonna go into the Morphe palette and use the same shade that I started with, this nice neutral shade. I'm just gonna smoke out my lower lash line. And now going into the Sweet Talk palette, I'm gonna go back into the shade ICYMI. I don't even know what that means. What is ICYMI? And I'm gonna do the same thing. And then I'm just gonna actually leave that like that because I want my lower lash line to look really clean and soft, and I want most of the definition to be on the very top. I feel like it's gonna make it look a little more effortlessly sultry. I don't wanna add anything dark on the bottom, so I'm just gonna leave it just like that. So now I'm gonna use my favorite thing ever, which is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. You guys know I am obsessed with this stuff. It's literally like liquid illuminator, but with coverage. And then I'm gonna blend it in with my sponge. Just gonna press it in. So now I'm just going to wipe all this bake away. And you see how much that lightened up? Like, this looks so much better now. I'm gonna use a little bit of my NARS Liquid Illuminator in the shade Torrid. Oh, this looks good. It's like happy. It goes good with the eyes. Yeah, I like this. Sometimes when you put highlight on the apples of your cheeks, it can really show off the texture on your face, because you know all of us have pores. Well, most of us. Some people are lucky, but most of us have pores right here. With liquid blush, it gives you that nice, soft, dewy look because it's a liquid product, but it doesn't enhance your pores, you know what I mean? Baby's waking up. I'm looking at her here on the monitor. Let me finish up my highlight before I forget her. So I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, which I believe is Rodeo Dry from Ofra. This is the most intense, brightest highlight ever, but I wanna look really glowy. So I'm just gonna use this on the very highest points of my cheekbone. So I'm just gonna put this right here. A little bit of this goes a very long way. It's very intense, as you can see. So I actually really need to make an Ulta run, and I need to get some more of the Morphe setting spray. Normally I'll do this and then add the Morphe setting spray on top because I'm super extra like that, but my Morphe setting spray finished. So what I've been doing is I've been using the Milani Make It Dewy setting spray on the sides of my face. This is almost kind of like a Tatcha the Tatcha Dewy Skin Mist type thing. It has like oil in it, so it's super, super, super glowy. Makes your face really glowy. And then I use the Milani Make It Last matte finish in the center of my face. And that kind of just helps keeping this little area from getting too dewy and too like shiny. And the same thing with the center of my forehead. And then normally I would put the Morphe setting spray all over my face, but I don't have any right now. It finished. So let me put on a little bit of mascara, and then we'll go ahead and do lips. So the baby woke up, so I went ahead and took advantage, and I ironed over my hair very quickly, changed, so now I am ready. Forgot to put on my ring. Gotta get that. Okay guys, so I just took an Instagram poll and I asked if you guys wanted to see a red lip or a nude lip, and I think like 78% of people said nude lip with this look. I'll tell you guys right now. Yeah, 76% of you guys said nude lip, so we're gonna do a nude lip. I've been using the NYX lip liner in the shade Nude Beige. So then I use the Morphe lipstick in the shade Kissy Face. I have been loving this lipstick. Then I go in with a little bit of the Maybelline matte lipstick in the shade Hot Sand. It's like a super nude, but it gives kind of like this nice contour look to your lips. So I put this just in the center. And then to top it all off, to give it that really nice nudified, very like fleshy type of look, I use the Cargo Cosmetics lip gloss in the shade Taos. This came in a box charm a long time ago. So that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you liked this look. I know that I call this like a Valentine's Day look, but really, it's just a regular makeup look. I mean, I did stick to a little bit more of the pinky tones to kind of go with the theme of Valentine's Day, but it's not that festive. Hopefully I'll have a lot more videos coming a lot more often than I have been, but I'm super excited that I was able to sit down today and film this video for you guys. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more of my videos, then just go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!